Buckle up and hold on as we take you for a wild and exciting ride on the road to TransWorld. This is TransWorld Live.
Which can mean only one thing. That's right, it's TransWorld Tuesday. Guys, what's up? Gotta give credit to Chris LaFuria. Yes, congratulations. You are our first tonight. Good to see you. Troy, what's up? Sean Fenner always beats me to the punch. 50 days till TransWorld. Frightmaps, that's right, let's go. Halloween, man, what's going on? Nadine, guys, hello. Ross Darnell and Wicked South Productions, guys, what's going on? Derek Stelzer, I owe you a phone call, but thanks for being here because I'm going to call you after this. This is great. Guys, it's so awesome to see you. Rob, Jacked Up Productions, Scream Score, Heather, hello. Patrick Malloy, Tony Brunner, hello, how are you? Roosevelt, gotcha. Alec, what's going on? How are you? Grant Davidson. Guys, you just keep coming in. This is great. We love to see you. Kylie Ann, awesome, guys. This is awesome. Nightmares End. Hello, welcome. It is Tuesday. We are hanging out here. It's TransWorld Live. We are streaming to 5 different feeds. That's right. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you want to watch us. Your TV, your laptop, your computer, your phone, we are there hanging out with you. Dale Little, because we can't hang out with you. Dude, what's going on? Dark Stitches, hello. Gage, what's going on? The immortal Shannon Hops. Guys, hello, guys. To Alan and Shannon Hops, hello. Pumpkin King and Erica Jones, happy Tuesday. That's right. Now, as you heard me calling out, if this is the first time watching the show and you've seen all of these people coming into the chat, like Lee Jordan that's coming in there, we love when you're watching. We love you even more when you participate. So log in, say hello, say hi, and hang out with us. This is an interactive show. If you have questions, we want to answer them or ignore them properly if they're worth it. So no, I'm just joking. Hopefully everybody is staying warm. We were just talking about all kinds of parts of the country that are having just crazy weather right now that aren't used to that weather, including our friends in the South and the Southeast and all throughout Texas as well. So we hope you guys are staying warm and safe. Festive Farmstead, what's going on? Good to see you. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody there. Do you know where the murder mystery is taking place? Which hotel? Patrick, I'm going to find out. We're going to find out for you. We're going to have an answer for you because that's what we do. Speaking of answers, the answers to life questions. What did you do for Groundhog's Day? Like, that's a serious thing. Like, Puxatawny Phil came out, and whatever he did, it's not important. Did you watch the Bill Murray movie again every year like I do? Because I did, and it was amazing, and it gets better every year. I love it. If you love Groundhog Day, I highly give you a different recommendation. Palm Springs on YouTube. Check that out. Modern interpretation. You're going to love it. It's awesome. Tell me how you like it later. All right, we got some birthdays to celebrate. Today is Lainey Ramatur's birthday. Tomorrow, Katrina Vance. On the 5th, Ryan Visengard. We just had him on the show not too long ago. Happy birthday to him. I have one of these days that call like a mega super birthday. Holy cow. So February 6th, mega super birthday day. We got Don Busby. We got John Antunes. We got Deanna Iandanaza. We've got Alex Lindbrick. We've got Derek Pendergrass, Austin Dalton, Michael Burnett, Michael Guerrero, Jenna Verha, and Kyle Robert. That's like 12 people. It's awesome. Happy birthday to all of them. On the 7th, we've got Sandy Schneider and Matt Herzog. On the 8th, we've got Adam Lane, Brian Izari, and Jared Priest. And on the 9th, the legendary Odie Schaefer. Happy birthday to all of them. All right, we have some breaking news. It got leaked out this morning. So excited to start talking about it. Before we get on the road to TransWorld, we're always on the road to TransWorld. We have some late breaking East Coast Haunters Convention news. Number one, for the East Coast Haunters Convention and the East Coast Christmas show, tickets are now available. So please, you can start making your purchases and make sure you're a part of the party in Philadelphia, actually in Oaks, which is right outside of Philadelphia. And we're going to unpack all of that as we get a little bit closer to the event. But the big news that came out today that everybody has been waiting for, what are the haunt tours? And we are going to talk about them here real quick. Now we're going to do a deep dive a little bit closer, but we want to give you some names. So Thursday, April 23rd, we've got Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill and Lehigh Valley Scream Park. Wow, that's going to be a combination. That opens up our East Coast Haunters Convention 2026, but not to be outdone. We've got Friday, April 24th, we've got Lincoln Mill Haunted House and Pennhurst Asylum. Going back to Pennhurst, that's right, Frightmaps. Holy cow, yes. Corey, are you going to be there? Because we expect you to be there. Samantha, absolutely yes. We need you to be there too. Cody, can't do this without you. But guys, the main event on Saturday, April 25th, we're going to cap off our East Coast Haunters Convention with, drum roll please, Shocktoberfest. That's our Saturday night haunt tour, Shocktoberfest, East Coast Haunters Convention 2026. We've got Kim's Crypt, Lehigh Valley Scream Park, Lincoln Mill Haunted House, and Pennhurst Asylum, and then capping it off with Shocktoberfest. That's 5 major haunted attractions that are going to be coming your way here just at the end of April. So we'll talk about that as we get closer, but certainly make your plans now. Yes, absolutely. Gage, we agree. Lincoln Mill is an incredible haunted house. Jared and those guys over there are just awesome. We love those guys. Heather, Pennhurst scares just thinking about it. Absolutely. Yes, we saw them a couple of years ago. Crazy awesome. A lot of real history. So much fun. Jacked Up Productions, we agree. It's an awesome lineup. Huge credit to Jen and to Ben Armstrong and everybody that went a part of planning these tours. So excited to be a part of that. All right, as Sean Fenner kicked off the beginning of the show here, we are 50 days away from March 25th. Now, you might be saying, Chris, again, every week you're always one day off. The show starts on March 26th. Nay, the show starts on March 25th because that's when we kick everything off with our Talon Falls Scream Park pre-show tour. We're so excited. This balances not only haunts, but also the Christmas side. We're going to get a chance to go out and see this amazing attraction. It's about 3 hours from St. Louis. Now, you could drive yourself and see the countryside, or you could be a part of one of our escorted buses where we take you first class, treat you like the VIP that you are, take you to the haunt, have a good time. Katie is going to be there. So we're going to be having some fun with that. But you get to be treated like a VP. Grab your favorite beverage, sit back, hang out with some friends, meet some new ones, and see everything that Talon Falls does for not only Halloween, but Christmas as well. We're going to unpack that as we get a little bit closer, but you certainly are going to want to make sure that you get your tickets because those bus seats, they sell out really quick. So we want to make sure you're a part of that. Now, just released, actually, as we're talking about pre-show events, just released very recently, it might even been today, it might be yesterday, I don't know, time just kind of goes together. The interactive entertainment world is getting a pre-show tour on that Wednesday as well. And you might say, Chris, I don't want to have to choose between Talon Falls and the interactive entertainment show. Guess what? You don't have to. We've layered them perfectly so that you can use your time to do some escape rooms and experience St. Louis as part of this wonderful little extravaganza, but have plenty of time to still join the bus for the Talon Falls tour. So we're going to unpack this a little bit closer as we get there. But very, very excited to start talking about that right now. Now, I think Patrick had that question, and huge credit to Robert who found the answer. He asked, where is that hotel for the murder mystery when we are in TransWorld 2026? And Robert for the answer there. It is the Hotel St. Louis. Hotel St. Louis. So thank you, Robert. Okay. Couple of other things. We unpacked all of the seminars. That's not all of them. Was just talking to Jen, and she said there are more that are going to be released. But Alan Hops and I unpacked a lot of that stuff last week. So take a look at that episode if you missed it. All of the things that you can be a part of for the Halloween seminars, for the Christmas seminars, those are up online at their respective websites. So haashow.com is the easiest way to do it, or you can go to transworldchristmasshow.com. Of course, there's 3 different places to get all of that information. And of course, you're going to want to book those daily events. I was just going through this morning for show notes, and I'm like, holy cow, Jen, we just announced a couple of new events. New stuff is getting added all the time. So your 2 best sources to stay on top of that, right here at TransWorld Live, and then, of course, our TransWorld websites. So, yes, when is the tribute store lineup being shown on here? If I were a betting man based on past history, I would say that would be a March thing. As we get into March, when we get all of those products that are going to finalize down, we'll talk about it right here. And we'll have some of those folks to talk about what their offerings are going to be. Now, for those of you that don't know what the Tribute Store is an awesome opportunity for limited run items, maybe special editions or one-offs, little special pieces that many different producers and manufacturers throughout our industry contribute as a special nod and as a special price. So these are exclusive. Maybe there's only 20 in the run, maybe 12, maybe 50, but usually it's a first come, first serve, and we stagger those release dates at our shop at TransWorld 2026. So we'll be talking about that as we get a little bit closer, but great question. I would guess probably closer to March as we get there. So, okay, guys, what's going on? Let's see. All right, I just want to make sure. Brett, it's good to see you too. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. Forgive me. Okay. Last couple things before we get started, because we got a killer show for us tonight. If you want to be a part of TransWorld Live, give us a holler. Just go to transworldlive.com, fill out the form. Robert will make all of that magic happen, and you can be a part of the show. Hang out with us here, talk about your product, talk about the amazing stuff. We've got giveaways, we've got all the behind the scenes, and we've got all of the breaking news that you need right here. Of course, if you're watching and you haven't signed up for TransWorld yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because time is running out. All of the great hotels are going to be selling out if they're not already sold out. So we want to make sure that you get into your favorite hotel. Check out haashow.com for all of our hotels, the special details. Make sure you get in where you can before you get shut out. And if you want to exhibit, if you say, hey, listen, I want to take that jump, and we're going to be talking to Melissa with Chisel Monkey in a little bit about her making that jump. If you want to make that jump, reach out to Rich. Give him a holler. Rich at haashow.com, or give him a call, 412-812-1773. Give him a call. He'll talk to you. He is your partner in success to make sure that this is your best TransWorld 2026. All right, without further ado, we have got a ton to get through tonight. We have a triple stack of people. So excited. And a huge credit, I also want to give Robert just had posted some stuff. Huge thing to Nicole Ginsburg for the answer to that hotel murder mystery. So thank you, Nicole. We appreciate that so much. Scott, it's good to see you. Gretchen, good to see you. Now the party can start. Julie's here. Guys, Crazy Haunts. Hello, guys. All right. Let's get this thing started off. Our first guest tonight is a first-timer here on TransWorld Live. We're so excited to have him. We've been waiting. It's been a while, and I'm so excited that we finally get to welcome from Frightmaps, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Kane.
Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
What's going on, sir?
I'm just waiting for TransWorld, happy to get the new year started, the new season started.
Oh, my God, it has to be. I mean, it's exciting. Okay, so yes, we work for the company, but we get to see all of these amazing folks and our friends and our family, and we get to see you hanging out in just 50 days, a little bit less than that for when we do setup. But How are you feeling?
I am nervous and pumped. I'm waiting for different things to come so I could bring it to my exhibit. But, I look forward to seeing everybody that we communicate with all year, finally in person. It's kind of like our little retreat together. So it is, excited too.
We talk about that on the show quite frequently. It's fun because it's like a family reunion. You get to see all of these people that you love, and you only get to see them a couple of times a year. You get to do some business and then hang out, bond, meet new friends, and rekindle old ones. So it's just awesome when we all get together and do this fun stuff. But let's take a second. For those that don't know about Frightmaps, I want to learn more. I'm excited. Sure. I know there's a bunch of people on this chat that maybe have not used your product yet and should be because it's awesome. But tell us everything about Frightmaps.
Sure. So Frightmaps is basically an app for your mobile phone, and soon going to be on the website this year, is a place to discover professional haunted attractions, but also the best home haunts in your area. So we all go to these elaborate, wonderful, professional haunts, but there's also hundreds and thousands of home haunts in your town, in your area that, put just as much production value in it in a smaller scale. And so on your way to see these big productions, use Frightmaps, and it'll take you on a wild ride of seeing some of the best haunts you could possibly find.
Mike, you are getting a ton of love in the chat. Like, it's starting off already. Like, obviously Dave and Minor Mendoza and Julie Bell. We love that you feature not just the commercial big boys, but also those home haunts too, because you said something key. Like, they have just as much passion. They may not have the budget or the permits, but they may have every bit of ounce of love and passion for our holiday and show it as best as they can.
I love it. Every haunt has a purpose and a theme, and they're raising money for charities. They're helping kids all around the world, and they form the biggest, tightest community. They help each other. I'm the lucky one to just be a part of it. So yeah.
I love that. I love it. Again, the love coming out of the chat is just awesome. It's great to see. Seriously. Okay, so let's break it down. So you said it's available. It's an app, obviously, on both Android and Apple, we're assuming.
Yes.
And I know the answer to this already, but I know you can also go to the website as well. So it's a triple-headed monster.
Right. So one of the biggest pain points was like everybody doesn't want to download another app. So 2026, it will be full-fledged on the website, and it is going to be awesome.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. So let's look at it from two different perspectives. All right. So first, let's start it from the haunt perspective, because I know we got a lot of haunters. Can they list their attraction, their home haunt, their commercial attraction, their haunted trail, their haunted zombie prom, whatever they want to do? Can they list it with you for free?
Absolutely. Everything to use Frightmaps is completely free. You know what I mean? We're just trying to build the biggest, best community that we possibly can. There are some paid features, but those are not needed if you don't want it. But if you just want to list your house and have people come by and interact and chat, completely free.
Love this. Love this. It's wild because we do have such a huge, strong community, and people are talking about how the haunt community is just the best. Home haunters are the exact same way as professional haunters. They have that same passion, and we love that they want to get people and get traffic. So this is a great opportunity. I would guess, I have downloaded it, but I would guess, putting this out there as a softball question, that you could use your phone's GPS to help locate the closest attractions to where you physically are. So when you travel, a haunt is probably just blocks away.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have a great feature where you could, queue up 13 haunts in your area, and Frightmaps will find the best route to get you through all of them. And it makes a really great date night, friend night. And, it's not just, it's fun. It's really fun.
Love that. Love that. Very cool. Again, tons of love and congratulations here too. As Minor put, it also allows me to see my nearby competition. We love it. Now, can users, after they see an attraction, can they put some comments in there, maybe list a review, or how can they interact and help others find the great ones rise above?
Right. So it's really fun. So when you visit a haunt, you could check in and they get alerted, and people love getting these alerts. But you also like the haunt, and every like count, you get to a different level. So if you want to see the best haunts, they, 50 likes can be a different icon, and it really makes you stick out. But yeah, I leave it as comments and not reviews, because we don't want to review the creativity. We want to leave a thank you. Like, most of the time you drive by in your neighborhoods and all the kids stare, and here's your chance to give back to them and just say thank you. We love what you're doing, because it takes hundreds of hours of work sometimes, and days of your life to put it out for people to enjoy.
Love this. Love this. Festive Farmstead said that they are actually on your Christmas app too. If we want to give a shout out to your Christmas side too.
Shout out Christmas present. Yeah.
We love that. See, and I love that you're using them as comments. Exactly. Versus reviews, because everyone's going to have a little bit different of an experience. We don't want that to deter traffic from coming there.
Exactly.
Okay. So we have a question. Obviously, we're probably guessing this is the United States, but does it go into Canada and Mexico? Because we do have some of them as well.
So last season, 2025, we opened it up to the entire world, and we are gigantic in like Australia, Germany. Shout out to the United Kingdom. It is flooded over there. It's everywhere. Yes. You wouldn't even believe it. And it's crazy. They all have their own like style. I could look at a picture and I could tell you where they're from. It's crazy.
I love that. Okay, now from the haunter side of things, what can they do? Can they customize? Can they add some pictures? Can they add pricing, or if it's free? Like, what kind of details can they give you?
So we want to give the platform, the haunters, the audience. So, they could post photos, videos. They could put all of their social medias there, so you can get more followers that way. And you could put your donation. So if you collect Venmo and maybe you have QR codes, they could do it right in the app and donate right to your haunt or your charity.
Love that. I'm gonna. Julie said it. Julie Bell said it. I need Frightmaps in my life yesterday.
Please, the biggest thing is the more we get the word out about Frightmaps, the more people in your neighborhood can use it and find your haunt. So it's really a community-driven project.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, our good friend Matt Berg actually just asked a question. Is there an owner's edition to the app?
I have an admin. So, in the settings, I have an admin tab, and I could do wonders there. I could, anything you can imagine, and I approve manually every listing that comes through. So I make sure there's no profanity, no over the top, mess, and make sure everything's kosher for my 7-year-old to look at that.
Love that. Well, you're getting more love. Cody just said Frightmaps is legit. Their map is helping.
Shout out Pumpkin Riot. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Pumpkin Riot. Oh, love that. Love that. Okay. Now, from a consumer standpoint, obviously you just download the app. Do they have to log in? What's kind of that process after they download it?
Right. That's where the tough sell is. So you do not have to log into the app to view it. We ask that, when you start liking things, we want to attribute it to you, and you do for that. But if you just want to go down and look at stuff, no problem. No need to log in at all.
Love that. Love that, guys. Good stuff here. This is great. Good to see. Good to see. This is nice. Okay. Love this. All right. You're coming to TransWorld. Now,
yes,
we're talking about, obviously, you have an incredible app that's fully featured here and bringing people to your attractions. We love that. That's all about that. What are you bringing to TransWorld 2026?
So it's a really big deal for me. I've been working on this for about 18 months, and it came out of my own need of my own haunt. But we're bringing something called the Fright Link. And what that is actually going to do is make your entire haunt wireless.
Whoa.
And it sounds complicated, and it's been done before the DIY community many times.
Okay.
But we're bringing it to the masses with just plug and play. And you're going to be able to configure this right in the Frightmaps app.
Okay.
And there's a lot to take in.
It's a lot. And people, like the chat is starting to move here. And I'm going to take off of Invasion on Grant, because Frightmaps is more than an app. It's a way of life. Books, magazines, festivals. Love all of that. All right, this is fantastic. Are you going to be selling this or just taking pre-orders?
So we are going to have about, I think, 10 to 20 actual units for sale at a cheaper price, just to get our beta units out there, to get some feedback from the top haunters. We will be offering pre-orders on site, so they can actually check it out, because as I'm advertising it, it just looks like a little chip, and people are having sort of how does this work for me kind of thing. So we're showing the case right now. So yeah.
Okay. And we can talk pricing later, but this is a fantastic item. Obviously, we want people to come to your booth to talk to you about the product. Are there going to be monthly fees, or is it a one-time purchase?
No, so I went back and forth, and your hardware is your hardware. I'm a software guy. I know what it's like to, of course, we could say subscription, you can use more. No, I want this to be the staple of all haunts. I want people to use it. You buy it once and that's yours. I want to take out this. You buy step pads every year. You buy try me buttons every year. They break. I want you to buy one of these and it lasts for a few years, so that's the goal.
Love this. Okay. Love this. Minor Mendoza, big supporter, saying great idea. Awesome. Okay. I know that this is huge. This is going to change some things too. I don't want to not miss your magazines as well. Can we talk through those as well?
Yes. We have the Frightmaps. So we have a lot going on.
There's so much. Yeah.
So we have Frightmaps, the magazine, and we were going to do, for a year, but it turned out to be a lot of work. I learned a lot after the first issue. So what it is we take causes and tutorials from the community and home haunts, and we feature them in our magazine. So the idea is now we're going to do one once a season. We're going to show the greatest haunts from like the season before and give them their praise. And so it's a really quality magazine, and it's going to get bigger every year.
Love this. This is awesome. Very, very cool. Yes, Minor, old school. Let's go. Takes me back. Absolutely.
I wanted something you could hold in your hand, that's all I wanted. So,
and great work. The pictures that we've seen, it's beautiful work. Obviously, you have great artists and great photographers and great layout. So nice.
These are all home haunt submissions. These are users in their yard submitting these wonderful photos. So it's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Now we do have a question about the box that you had featured before.
Yes.
Field of Screams in Montana had asked, will it be weatherproof?
Right. So the FrightLink hub, which what you saw, we're actually taking every component seriously. So it's going to be the chip itself is going to be coded. Every component is IP rated, and the case itself is IP rated. It's going to have a gasket. It's going to be able to survive the weather in Philadelphia, the winters in Chicago. And we're going to take every precaution to use the most highest quality components that we can get.
Very awesome. Very awesome. Can we go back? Can you talk a little bit about that chart? So you had a beautiful layout chart there. Talk us through the FrightLink system here, because we do have some questions about how powerful it is.
So this is the hub, and the hub is basically going to be the brain of your haunt. Okay. It talks Bluetooth to the app, and that's where it stops. You can configure it in the app. It comes with 3 ports, and I do that. So if you don't want to spend extra money and get sensors, you just want the hub, you could plug in 3 animatronics to it right here, or you could plug in step pads plus animatronics. What you get from just the hub in the Frightmaps app, when you configure, you could daisy chain props together, you could set timers, things like that. But where it gets really interesting is the sensors. So we have 2 kinds of sensors. One is a trigger. The triggers go on your animatronics. Okay, all they do is wirelessly trigger your prop, and they communicate with the hub, and the hub communicates with these wireless sensors.
Okay,
right? If you're following. So we have 2 kinds of sensors. One is a standard PIR, like you're used to your props, and one is a microwave sensor. The microwave sensor uses wave technology. That's crazy, but basically it knows if you're 2 feet away or 7 feet away. It knows if you're a person, and it can see through walls. So you could take these wireless chips and put them in your trees or put them behind doors and actually adjust the delay in your scare. So when these triggers get hit, it tells the hub, hey, I'm sensed. And the hub could actually trigger, your prop over, any amount of other props that you want in a daisy chain, and you control the entire flow. So you could add delays, you could do all kinds of things. So one of the problems I was trying to solve is my animatronics in the back of my yard would never go off. And now I could have sensors in the front of my yard to trigger that. Or when somebody pulls up to your yard, you have 9, 10 animatronics that go off. It's craziness. Now you could kind of delay that and make it your own show.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
It's a lot.
Now,
Yeah.
we love here at TransWorld Live. We do get into those tech questions. So can we throw a few at you?
Please.
The big question that really has come out so far is how many triggers or devices can be connected to one hub?
Great. So each hub can power about 12 external devices cleanly.
Okay.
So that could be 6 triggers and 6 sensors, or 12 and 12. But what we're going to release after version 1 is the hubs will be connected to a mesh network. So if you have multiple hubs with multiple triggers, they could all talk to each other in one big network. Okay. Now the range of sensors is 600 feet to the hub. So we're not using Bluetooth. We're using a raw Wi-Fi protocol. So that doesn't need your Wi-Fi network. It doesn't need your password, but they talk over Wi-Fi.
Wow. Okay. Very impressive. Agreed. And you just answered the question about distance. That's great. What type of device does it need to be connected to an iPad or computer?
So you configure it right through the Frightmaps app. So we're going to have a little section in Frightmaps. You click Fright Link and it's going to discover your devices. So the only devices you interact with are the hub, and the hub you could then go in, configure it to pair with any sensors that you want.
Love this. Okay, obviously the big question that's coming out, will you be demoing this at your booth at TransWorld?
Oh yeah, and I can't wait. We are going to showcase, we're going to cover your prop sensors, and we're going to show you the limitations and the benefits of using some of these sensors and the hub. It's going to be, I'm shaking trying to get this all together, but it's awesome. We have videos of us triggering through walls, and I want you guys to come to the booth and press me on everything.
Wow. I mean, this is incredible. It really is great work. We can't wait to see it in action. People are really going crazy, especially because the distance, 600 feet and through walls.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
All right.
So again, that's field of view. So, you put some trees in, but still, I mean, in a normal yard, these things should have no problem. And the sensors themselves are going to run on battery, and it's going to be a gigantic battery, 3000 mAh. And statistically, from what we're seeing, you probably only have to charge it once a season.
Okay. Wow. That's impressive. Very impressive. All right. Frightmaps.com is where you can find out more. I know people have more questions, and I know we don't have a ton of time. What's a great way that people can reach out to you to further that conversation?
So I'm extremely active on Facebook at Frightmaps, on Instagram at Frightmaps. We post on TikTok, but it's kind of harder to answer there. But I am very quick. If you have a question, DM me. We'll get you straightened out right away.
Love this. Okay, I know we didn't talk about it too much, but a little bird told me that maybe you are going to be giving away not only a copy of your magazine, but also maybe your 16-chapter short story book. Do you sleep? Do you sleep?
I don't watch a lot of Netflix, but we do a lot of crazy stuff. So I would love to give away a version of our book and a version of our magazine to any of your watchers. And I would love if anybody coming to the Oaks show in the East Coast Haunt Convention, come pick it up in person if you can.
We love this. Love this. Okay. All right. So obviously frightmaps.com. Obviously you have so much more than just an app, so much more to talk to Mike about, and really just changing the game. We love what you're doing, and you're getting a lot of love there. And thank you for committing. You're going to give away a copy of your magazine and your book to one of our amazing people here. All right. So guys, this is how it's going to work. If you want to win, you're going to put Frightmaps, not TW. You're going to put in Frightmaps and then the answer to whatever question Mike's got.
Oh man. Okay. How many feet do we allow the communication between the hub and one of the sensors?
See, we love those type of questions because it's like, hey, are you paying attention? Love this. Love this. All right. First one we see, Mike, watch that chat with me here and you call it out.
We got Sean Fenner, looks like number 1.
Sean Fenner coming in, super fan. Nice job, buddy. The correct answer is 600 feet. So great work. Great work, guys. Mike, it's been such a pleasure. I want to talk more. I can't wait. We're going to be stopping by your booth. Robert and I will come by. We'll film a whole segment to show people a live demo of how this works and how those triggers. We're going to take them like not 600 feet, but probably like 500 feet or 400 feet.
All right, yeah, let's do
We'll
it.
come hang out at TransWorld, and certainly we'll see you at East Coast as well. We have to ask you, you're a Philly guy, and just in case we don't get you on the show before East Coast, do you have a favorite food spot you want to share with the audience that they need to check out while they're in town back in when we get there in April?
Down in Oaks. Oh, yes. Right. 15 minutes from Oaks is the King of Prussia Mall. Now, hear me out. Malls don't have great food, but there's a great dumpling place called Na Yang, if I pronounce that right, that has the Bai dumplings, which are the soup dumplings. It is one of the best restaurants I've ever been to in my life. It is like Michelin recommended across the board. Check it out.
Thank you so much. Genius, creator, author, publisher, and now food recommendations. Mike, it's been such a pleasure. Check it out, frightmaps.com, and we'll see you at TransWorld 50 days.
I can't wait. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy. You too. Holy cow. Holy cow. It's fun. I love exploring new products right here at TransWorld Live because we know some parts, but then they always break the news. They always bring new stuff to the market, and we love that. And speaking of new stuff to the market, these guys have been around for a while, but they're finally making the jump and being a part of TransWorld. So TransWorld Live, help us in welcoming our second guest of the night from Chisel Monkey Design. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Melissa Lahr.
Chris.
What's up, Melissa?
Thanks for having me on.
We are so excited to have you on. How are you?
I'm doing great, and it's great to see everybody join tonight. I can't wait to see everybody in St. Louis.
Oh my gosh, us too. Seriously, we talk about this so much, but like 50 days, are we ready? Are we really ready for that? Like,
But I'm so excited to be coming back. This will be my 5th year at TransWorld. First vending though. So
first time exhibiting, which is awesome because you get to be our first time exhibitor spotlight on today's show. And what's great is you don't have a new product. You've been around for a while. Sources tell me like 2008.
Yeah, we've been on Etsy for a long time. And I will tell you guys, a couple of years ago, this was right around pandemic time, I took a little trip to Texas. So I am one of the knight, as I understand it, the knight himself, Mr. Alan Hops. I am one of his students, and I went down and got the full range on latex casting. So we've been doing some other stuff with resin and other mold making work, but this was the first time working with latex. And
you are already in the family because number one, you recognize that we have given him knighthood and he is Sir Alan Hobbs, but we love that. But yes, Alan was actually just talking about that last week and he was excited to see you. So very, very awesome. So you guys have been around for 2008. Yeah. So let's back up for half a step here. Yep. I know there's a bunch of love in the chat and we're going to address that in a second, but for anybody that may not know about Chisel Monkey, tell us everything that you guys do.
Sure. Well, we started off as a home haunt. So like a lot of this just came out of needing to make stuff for my own display. So for any of you guys who are getting into kind of emerging into the haunt industry and setting up your own stuff, we really cater to that sort of mid-size and smaller setups. We're not quite into animatronics yet. That's a little advanced for us yet, but it's going to come on the horizon. But we really like to do high quality stuff for home hunters. And I think one of my biggest frustrations was buying a lot of things commercial through Home Depot or Lowe's. They just weren't very good. And so I really wanted to have some stuff that was unique and interesting. And I want to be able to provide that to other folks too, like make that, something that I make to them. So like you can kind of see one of our props in the background here. We're a big Beetlejuice house. So we do a lot of Beetlejuice prop development and production, but we've really kind of started to expand out in the last couple of years. And I have some new exciting stuff to show you guys. Yeah, there's some stuff.
Beautiful.
We've got I got a couple resin heads. We're doing some resin work right now.
Is that Harry there? I think you have Harry with you.
Yeah, Harry for everybody, you know. And I got a little. We got some, Bride of Frankenstein coming in hot.
Love that one.
So we've done some really great stuff, but we've really leaned in the past couple of years with doing some fantastic latex work, and I'm particularly proud of this kind of stuff because this is the sort of thing that I wanted to set up for my own display.
Sure.
And we're really excited to be providing this for you guys.
Oh, I love it. I mean, so you guys do sculpting and casting. We're obviously seeing some of those arms, but you do masks, you do 3D printing, scenic design. Certainly you have a plethora of a catalog online. You've been doing this on Etsy for a very, very long time. And I want to talk about bringing that from the Etsy market, from your local market, now coming to TransWorld. You've been to TransWorld. You've been walking around it. Why did you make the jump? We're glad you did.
I got fired.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, I mean, I did.
Yeah.
The best thing that could possibly have ever happened was to get laid off from my full-time job.
Okay.
And so this freed up so much time for me the last, couple months to really focus on this business, to lean into this is what I really wanted to do. It's what I've always wanted to do. And I finally had the excuse to just do that. And we have a team of 4 so it's me and then my production manager, Laura McKenzie. She will be at TransWorld with us doing, helping me sell our wares. And my nephew Gabe Kears comes. He does a lot of production work in the shop, and then my sister is going to be helping us out with taking payments and stuff. She'll be in St. Louis as well. So it's very much like we're really leaning into it. This is something that I feel very passionately about, and I wake up every day and I get to go down to that shop and actually enjoy what I'm doing for a living.
You are living the dream. For anybody that says like the door closes, a window opens, this is amazing. What's an amazing story? Nice. Holy cow. Now, okay, we got to come back because there are tons of chat love. I'm not even going to scroll all the way through it, but holy cow, like everybody, I can't even call everybody out because it just keeps going. It just keeps like all these people that are so proud.
My fan club.
Yes, a huge fan club. Oh my God. The big question from our good friend Nadine, of course, is, and I think everybody is wondering it. I'm wondering it. Robert's wondering it. Will there be cash and carry at TransWorld?
We will have some cash and carry. So there is going to be one of the things that I love being able to provide to folks who are looking for this, because this was a major issue for me, is hands.
Okay.
So we're going to be bringing a bunch of resin cast hands, some 3D printed hands. I can also custom make those for any kind of connection point that might need to happen on an animatronic, or we're big fans of like Spider Hill PropWorks body forms. And so we're making those standard to fit on the 1-inch PVC body forms. So there'll be some great hands ready to go if you guys want to paint your own. But here's the other thing that I would love to offer for everybody is you come to TransWorld, you buy a mask, you come to our booth, you want hands that match. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to custom paint them to match your mask. So there's some great opportunities here to bring together what some of the other vendors are selling, and I can actually help round out some stuff for you guys with offerings. We're also going to do 2 masks. This will be a little bit more limited stock, but for those of you who get there early, we're doing some great cash and carry masks with Heaven and Hell theme for Saturday Ball. So
topical.
Yes. Check us out on social media. There's going to be some stuff getting posted up where you'll be able to see what it is, but we're going to be doing a limited run of those for cash and carry to wear to the ball on Saturday.
Wow. I mean, I love the sunflowers with the skulls. That was awesome. You don't get to see something like that. People are talking about how talented you are and really the design that you have. For anybody that is curious, that might be interested in maybe like a custom project, because you do sculpting, you do molding, you do 3D printing. Can someone reach out maybe if they have a special project and they want your spin on it?
Absolutely. We would love to help with that. And this is one of those things where I worked with several clients who reached out and said they want something very specific for their haunt.
Okay.
And I'm like, tell me what it is. I'll get it done for you. As long as MGM doesn't send me a cease and desist, that's the place where we got to kind of draw the line. But yes, I am happy to help people out with custom work.
I totally understand that. We love that you're doing so many hands. We have a question. Do you do feet as well?
That's a good, not yet. I think I'm going to have to add it to the list now. So thank you for the idea.
Yes. Okay. Now, my fun thing, when I was checking you guys out and prepping to hang out with you today, one of the coolest things that I have not seen a lot of haunt shops do, any producers, is you guys do soap. Tell me about your soap. I'm haunting. Oh, this is fantastic. I love this. You do custom soap, Beetlejuice soap.
This is what happens when you have unmedicated ADHD. And I have, look, haunt season isn't all year long, right? Like there's some downtime. And so there was a little bit of like, I need to pick up a different skill. And I taught myself how to make soap. And I was like, you know what? Who doesn't want some haunt soap? I mean, like, come on. I want to wash myself in some Beetlejuice. I want some Agatha all along. Come on,
Yes. Well, you have a big fan in Russell Coker because the soap is amazing. I thought it was one of the most unique things. Obviously, you have a very, very awesome, talented roster of products, and you should go check that out at chiselmonkeystudios.com. But I did find that the soap offering was one of the most unique I had ever seen.
Thank you.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, so when you went as a customer, or maybe you were scouting things out, you'd gone to TransWorld for 5 years. Obviously, life changes. You're now coming to the show. How excited are you to be a part of that city that comes up at the end of March there at the America Center?
I have a love of St. Louis just in general, and
Sure.
The last couple of years I try and get out and do something different each time that I'm there. We did the City Museum
Sure.
years ago. Absolutely loved it. But the thing that I most enjoy about coming to TransWorld are just everybody who attends, right? That's the vendors, it's anyone who's coming to buy. The haunt community is so tight. And the people who are involved in this industry and who love Halloween, they are just fantastic folks. I have found such a wonderful community in this group. And I can tell you, based off of just relationships that I've developed with the other vendors, buying from them over the last couple of years, there are folks like Alan and Shannon Hops who are on the Facebook message, telling me like, don't forget your electrical, like here's some things you need to do. A dear friend, you guys know him by Evil Jay's Creepy Closet. He got on a phone call and like talked me through like, here's what you need to do to prep. Like, here's some stuff that I would recommend. So everybody's just been so lovely and helpful. And I think that's what I like most about coming to TransWorld. And St. Louis will forever have a soft spot in my heart because of that.
You couldn't have said it better. It is truly the family. Lots of chat comments about the haunt family and how we come together and just take care of each other. So love the Hops, and I love that they're giving you all that advice. And Dave, and it's just awesome. So we can't wait to see you. Certainly, I encourage everyone. Chisel Monkey Design. Oh, I'm so sorry. ChiselMonkeyStudios.com. Forgive me. I'm so excited about your designs, because my big question to you is, for anyone that wants to pre-order anything that they see on your website or wants to talk about maybe ordering something and picking it up or taking delivery, can they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, reach out to us on the website. We're a lot more responsive over Instagram. So we also have an Instagram account for Chisel Monkey Studios. So definitely reach out. If there's something that looks interesting to you, let me know. I will add it into the production run, and we'll talk about picking it up when you're at the show.
Love this. And not to harp on the soap, but people are saying, can we pick up soap at the booth?
I have to check and see what we have for inventory. We might have to make them every now and then, but yes.
I love that. Well, Robert and I will be coming and hanging out. We'll do a catch up, and we'll film some stuff and see what you guys are doing and how things are going. But a little bird told me another awesome opportunity to thank all of our amazing audience for being a part of today. We heard you might be willing to donate a T-shirt.
I am, or one of our hoodies. So
or hoodies? Oh, I love this.
You get to pick. We're in the South. I'm in Atlanta. It's kind of the 50s today, so you could kind of get away with a shirt. But if you want a sweatshirt, I will do a sweatshirt instead.
That's incredibly kind of you.
We're gonna do a little trivia though for it.
I love that. I love that. Now, before we get into that, obviously, do we want to talk real quick? Obviously, your love of Beetlejuice inspired, so much. And certainly we just lost one of the greats. Do you want to talk about her performance and what she meant to your company and to you personally?
So for anybody who wasn't paying attention, Catherine O'Hara passed away this week. She's the OG. And I have been such a huge fan of her work for years and years and years. But Beetlejuice is probably my most, obviously, it's my favorite, all that she did. And it is the one costume that I won't dress up as for our setup because I feel like she set the bar. And so my trivia question is a Catherine O'Hara question for those fans.
All right, for everybody that wants to participate and wants a opportunity for a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, and this excludes Shannon Pritchard because Shannon Pritchard has known her for 20 years. She's not allowed to do this, but everyone else is allowed to do this. You're gonna write into your chat. We're gonna do CMD for Chisel Monkey Design, and then the answer to Melissa's question.
So the question is, what was special about the pants that Delia Dietz was wearing in the kitchen scene as she was prepping for the dinner party?
Great Beetlejuice question. Sharon, definitely not getting it.
Sharon's like, I'm never getting a shirt.
Oh, that's a great question. I love this. Okay, Brett, good answer. I know, Melissa, you'll have to help me help me look for the right answers. It comes in, of course. Here,
anybody put one in yet?
So
we stumped you guys. That will be. What was special about the pants she was wearing?
Yeah.
I
love that.
Scream score! I got it.
Heather, congratulations!
Scream score got it. They were pants.
There we go. It was a trick question.
She was wearing Charles' red sweater as pants.
Love this. Great question. Guys, thank you so much for participating. And of course, thank you to Melissa, obviously. Heather, I know you're going to be at TransWorld, so we will see you at the Chisel Monkey Design booth to go pick up your free t-shirt or sweatshirt. So congratulations. Melissa, anything that you want to share before we see each other in 50 days? That's crazy.
No, just want to thank you all for joining tonight. Thank you for having me on. And come check us out at the booth. We're going to be at booth 1941. So it's our first time. We're newbies. So come say hi. We'd love to see you.
You have to add them to your Thursday list. She's got some specials, and reach out to her ahead of time. You could pick up your stuff, take it home, take it on the plane with you. It'll be a good accompaniment, and it'll scare all the strangers that are next to you. So thanks, Melissa. We appreciate you and can't wait to see you. 50 days.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, my gosh. That's so awesome. Thank you. Guys, we're not done yet. Robert assembled one of the mega shows of our road to TransWorld, and we're super excited. So obviously, Mike gave us Frightmaps and all kinds of new tech to talk about. We just had Melissa with Chisel Monkey. We're talking about all of her wonderful designs. And now we have a legend, a true icon of the industry that I personally have looked up to. I get so excited when we get to go see whatever he's bringing to TransWorld, all of his work. You know him. You love him. He's been a part of your lives, whether you know it or not, because he has done work in countless amounts of movies, music videos, entertainment. You've seen his stuff. You may not know it. He's a legend. And welcome him right now to TransWorld Live from Demski Creations. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Demski.
Oh, wow. My life.
Dude. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
I am wonderful. Thank you for joining us on the show.
It's pretty cool. Appreciate it. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been forever. I feel like probably East Coast or Midwest whenever we saw each other last. And
Yeah.
how you been?
Working on stuff. I actually stopped about a half hour ago. Come in here, we'll do this, and go right back to the shop and start working on some more.
That's
more
what
pieces.
we appreciate so much, and honestly, we're grateful of your time. And we had Alan on before, and obviously nobody's sitting around going, "Hey, let's watch Netflix tonight."
Yeah.
Like they're working, and I think we're giving you like a 5-minute break here.
Yeah.
and you're going right back into the coal mine. So
Yeah. Well, I did get up, go do a haunt in the morning. My main haunt that I work at, Blood Prison. I work there all day, come home, work on this all night. So it's kind of no sleep till Brooklyn, you know?
Yes. And obviously to become the person that you are that type of person. You have been inspiring countless people. As I've gotten a chance to interview you before and hang out and talk with you, it's amazing the amount of people that list you as their inspiration for getting into the industry. So on behalf of all those people that you may not know, thank you for everything that you do, everything you stand for, everything.
Just a dude. I appreciate it. Just a dude, man.
Dude. Oh, okay. Now, for those that may be newer to our show, newer to the industry, may not know Brian as well as I do, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your history of haunting as much as you could sum it up.
Yeah, we'll do cliff notes. My first, I come from a background from Hollywood effects. Worked out in LA, Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. Did all that out there in the early 90s, all the way to like the late 90s. And when I moved back to Michigan, I just miss doing art. I mean, it's in my blood, been doing it for years. And I found a haunt in Grand Rapids, Michigan called The Haunt. It was owned by Jim Burns at that time.
Okay.
Jim Burns owns Ornaments. So I just made a phone call. The next thing you know, I'm working in a haunt. And that's where it all started. So that was about 2002, maybe, something like that.
Okay.
And then ever since then, it's working on haunts, being involved, learning everything you can learn about it, which there's so much, people keep asking me, why don't you own a haunt? I really don't want to own a haunt, man. There's too much involved. Drama with people and this and business end and this, and there's just too much. So I just stuck where I like to be, and that's building the props and painting sets and set designing, and there's only so much to learn on a daily basis when you're doing this stuff, because it's a challenge. It isn't like there's a school to go and learn how to paint this room this certain color and blah, 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 like you just kind of sometimes find out by mistakes. You kind of, go, oh man, that color didn't turn out well. But, as I look at it, it's kind of cool. I'll work with it, But I kind of started out, I think it was Midwest Haunters, probably, I don't even remember, man. It's like 2010, 12, something like that.
I'd guess I'm there too. Yeah. That's where we first.
Something like that. And I just made a bunch of props and costumes. I used to do straight jackets and asylum gear and just made props and stuff. And a lot of people were like, wow, where'd this dude come from? And I sold out, did really well. And goes, wow, I kind of like this feeling, it was kind of downtime from doing the movie business stuff. So I just kind of had to make a choice. Do I do the movie career, or do I hop from the movie career and get into the haunt industry? And haunt industry, I have a creative license to do my style, my look, do what I want to do. And it's done very well. I'm very blessed.
Oh, we could confirm. And if I could just give you some more credit here, our good friend, Sean Fenner, as everybody's seeing a picture of some of your scenes right now, Sean Fenner, I think, put it in there, and I want to give him the full quote on that. I often use the word, quote, Demski-esque in trying to describe a vibe for a scene I'm designing.
Yeah, that's funny to hear that, because I've ran into a few other people, or even worse, some places I go and they go, just Demski it up, or do what Demski does. Or, it's like, it's kind of funny to me, because I'm just a dude, so
I know.
And I'm humbled. It's, it's like whatever, but it's kind of cool. Another joke is, it goes around, and I think some other guys in the industry will feel this, that are artists or even just a carpenter or a lighting guy, is that I always hear Demski will fix it. Demski will make it look good. So they'll do whatever they do, and if they screw up a seam or don't build it right, they'll go, "Oh, Demski will fix it." And it's like, I don't want to fix it. I want to create something new, But that's the challenge wherever I go. Is they throw something in front of me, and it could be a pile of foam bodies and skulls and bones and this, and go, make this happen, and I got to sort it out. So it's a challenge everywhere I go, or however I do it.
We talked about how you inspire so many people. For those that may be starting their haunt journey, what advice would you give them? I know you said, there's no place that you can just learn all of this. You just have to dive in. What advice for them to start to get started to build their knowledge base and put more tools in their toolbox?
Well, there's definitely learning curves of, if first of all, let's just say you got a little bit of talent. If you don't have any talent, you're not going to learn some of the techniques and stuff that you got. I mean, I'm just going to be honest about that. Someone who's works on cars goes, "Hey man, I want to learn how to paint like you." It's like, well, I don't want to go and work on your car, or hey, I'd like to fly to the moon, but I'm not an astronaut or whatever. But I usually refer people to YouTube. I get a lot of questions through my Messenger or Instagram all the time, believe it or not. And thanks, guys. I'm not going to single you out and all that, but I do get a lot of questions from a lot of haunt, people. And I tell them as much as I can. I'll tell them colors and, different things. But the biggest thing, and I'm not making this up, is I refer them to YouTube, and I go, Alan Hops has a really large library of some how to do stuff. And if you're new and you don't even know what latex and what plasters are and stuff like that, there's a lot of simple stuff that you can get. And then that's where you test yourself and go, hey, am I even worth doing an art project or this or whatever? But that's where I recommend it from, doing low budget movies. Those are good ways to, test your skills, things like that.
I love that. And that's such good advice, because people always talk about, like, how do I get to where X person is? And so we try to ask that of all of our icons that come on the show, like, help that younger generation step up. So I think that's great advice.
Well, it takes a long time. I've been very lucky to be around a lot of talented other artists and other creators, digital creators, carpenters. The list goes on, and even back in the movie industry, I was lucky enough to rub elbows with a lot of very famous, talented people that I picked pieces up, other haunts. You just don't know it all, and you find something that you go, hey, I never knew how you did that. I never knew how you used that material. And, some people hold secrets, I get it, especially in this small industry that we have, in the haunt industry, that as soon as you come up with something new, next thing you know, everybody in the business is trying to figure out how to do it or how to make it or copy it or whatever it is. And I think that's what drives a lot of the really good people, and myself included, is I try to stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of everybody on the creative end of it, because you're just going to get boring. And then next thing you know, you go to TransWorld, and there's 20 people that got all the same product. So it's you just got to stay 1 step ahead of everybody, or 2 steps ahead of everybody.
Keeping that evolution and always progressing. And it can be, for those that may not know, and I know Robert's showing some pictures here, and your booth is always
pretty good ones.
just killer. But if you need some more images of all of the work that you've done, certainly go check his website out at Demski Designs. Demski Creations, forgive me, but let's talk about some of the biggest movies that you've done. I mean, and these are crazy, from Batman Returns to The Green Mile, The Haunting, House on Haunted Hill, Addams Family Values, Hostel 3. I mean, the list goes on and on. Like, It is crazy. You've been a part of some of those biggest movies, and then our mutual friend Stitch. You've done a ton of Mushroom Head videos too.
Yeah, I did some back in the day. You just got to do some things here and there. But the movie thing was kind of fell in the lap of living in LA at the time that I did. And when I started out making stuff, I used to sell things to some different retail stores all throughout Los Angeles.
Sure.
And when I did that, they had just certain props. I did skulls with chandeliers and I mean, a lot of the stuff I see nowadays at like a lot of the shows is kind of funny. Is like, I made all this stuff 35, 30, 40 years ago. And, I made bone furniture. I made, skull candelabras and skull lamps. And I did all this stuff. And what was kind of cool is a lot of those retail stores were the prop houses from all Warner Brothers and Sony and all that would go to those stores when they had some kind of special movie that they were working on and would buy all these props. And just so happens the owner would call me and go, hey, this guy just came in from this movie here and he bought everything out. Can you make some more? And then gives me his phone number. And next thing you know, it just kind of evolved from that, I mean, my first convention that I ever did, I was still in the United States Navy. I took leave and went up and did a convention. It was 1992. And I shared a booth with someone, a 6-foot table. And I was next to Army of Darkness was getting ready to come out. And everybody and their mother from the movie was there. Sam Raimi, all the K&B guys, Ted Raimi, his brother, Bruce Campbell, blah, blah, blah. And that's where I met him. And I was still in the Navy. And then the ball started rolling from there where I was like, all right, I'm getting in the movie industry. That's it. So got out of the Navy and moved to Los Angeles. Sold my Harley Davidson, bought a hearse. Drove around in a hearse, became a member of the first hearse car club probably ever, and now there's hearse clubs everywhere. And a lot of firsts in Los Angeles for me.
Love this. All right, let's keep on the first topic here.
Yeah.
You've been to TransWorld forever.
Yes.
Why do you love coming? What makes it so much fun?
Well, again, we'll probably nail it right on the head. It's a big family of people that are interested in all the same things, which is, having a great haunt to entertain people and just meeting a lot of people that are into the same thing you are. It's almost like if you were into this kind of music or this kind of music, punk rock, and you were this, you got your little cliques and stuff. And I think the haunt industry is a big clique in itself that we all have the same thing in common. We love the monsters. We love the horror. We love doing the haunts. And I think it's just kind of pushed me into it. It's just my world. I mean, I eat, sleep, and drink and everything. My house is, an homage to everything in my house is monsters and ghost red bodies and distortion bodies and antique stuff. It's just my life. That's how I am. I speak a different language sometimes than most people, but I'll really be honest. Best thing about it is the best show that you get to display everything that you get to work with and meet all the right people, all the right players, all the right owners, also networking with other vendors. So I myself do work with other vendors and stuff like that throughout the year for projects and things. It's just a great thing all under one roof.
Love this. I couldn't agree more. You're getting tons of love in the chat, but I have to single out one comment because it's so right on. Bradley Bays says, our credit card companies have to see the charges from Demski coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited this year. Again, I'll tell you a little bit about it. We'll get down that road. I try to keep it a little bit secretive every year. So it's more of a wow. Like when you come to my booth, I get a couple guys that'll be like, send me a few photos, man. Let me see what you got. And I'm like, I want to because I'm excited to show off what I made.
Sure.
But then on the other hand, they're going to go, I'll take it right now. And it's like, nah, I can't do that. I want to get it there. I want the thousands of people that are going to come through the show and be like, that's cool. Or I don't, whatever they want to say. So
every year walking in there, and I know a lot of people say that's the first thing I do is run to your booth. We can't wait to see what you have set up.
Right on, man.
If you had a non-spoilery hint of what maybe you might have coming this year, might you break some news here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still in the same spot. It's 4 booths, but it's one big piece of art, pretty much all the way from the building itself.
Okay.
And everything. And my partner, Robbie Cook, who owns Escape by Design, he's designing the booth again this year. And it's kind of an old warehouse of some kind. I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
And you'll be able to walk in and do all that. But just put it this way, a lot of plants, a lot of overgrowth of plants, and an old antique feel. So going way away from what I did the year before. I got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of booths with what I had last year. Displaying that, so I got to go way away from what I did last year with, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to show off some of the stuff. It's pretty cool stuff.
That's why you're the leader, and we can't wait to see that. Robert and I'll be there coming through, hanging out.
I do got one piece I'll show you to give you kind of a little idea. If you want to,
I would love that. Yes, please. We'll take it.
All right. Well, and this will be in the booth.
Okay.
So if you're interested, can I get it in there? Have I got it in there?
Oh yeah. No, Robert's got it. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
So when I go back to everything I try to create is usually with real stuff or cast from real skulls, real body casts, things like that. It just takes, I think, art to another level than, some other plastic skulls and baby dolls and all that. At least for me, I try to take it to that place that no one goes to, So I'm excited to show off some other stuff that is pretty exciting, pretty new stuff for me too. Got to even challenge myself to some other stuff that I usually don't make. So
we are excited to not only see that and feel it and experience it, but we've also got something fun else to talk about. If you don't mind, you are teaching at TransWorld 2026, partnering up with Dave Carey and with Blaine Quam and Dwayne Sandberg.
Yes.
And you guys are talking about, the session is called From Good to Unforgettable, Why Your Haunted Attraction Needs Finishing Touches to Succeed. It'll be on Saturday. This is amazing. You, Dave, Carey, Blaine, Dwayne, this is an all-star cast.
Yeah, I totally, I'm humbled to be in the presence of all of us together. It was pretty cool to get a phone call from Dwayne and said, "Hey, you want to be on this?" And I goes, "Oh yeah, man." I've known Dave forever. Great. Just, doing this to him, he's incredible. Very humble guy. Same with Blaine. I've worked with Blaine for many years at Dwayne's haunt in Louisiana, and I learned a lot from him. I think kind of goes both ways. We both have all the same, what we want to achieve. We have different ways that we achieve it, and I love it because I learned some different techniques. Again, as I said, you learn a lot from other artists and stuff, and you go, "How did you do that?" And how'd you create? And then they say, "Well, I did this and added this to it," and I love that. I love that we can still achieve from A to Z and just use some different products and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited. Dwayne is great. I've known him for many, many years.
Yeah.
Lots of respect. His haunt is beautiful. I went down there last year. We did some really cool stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for this seminar.
So exciting, and to have all of you guys together. I don't know how you can miss this. If you have a haunted attraction and you want to take it
I agree.
level, you need to be a part of this and learn how these guys do it. These are the masters. This is what happens here. This is Jen and I call this a master class.
This could be a 2-3 hour one, believe it or not, if you really want. I mean, the amount of experience between all three of us has got to be, 100 years of experience with all of us together. I mean, even Dwayne included. I mean,
Yes.
100+ years of doing the haunts and building stuff. And, just like I know these guys have done stuff for amusement parks. And I mean, the list goes on and on and on that like,
Oh, yeah.
we want to, even if I always, when I do like a seminar for myself and teach, some painting and stuff, if you can leave with one or two little tidbits of information and put it in your pocket and go from there, even though you're going to get overloaded with information from all of us and stuff, it's still a good feeling, I think, as a speaker that you still, hit home with some people that they can take something home with them,
And what a great way too, because I know people always want to bend your ear or learn from you. This is that opportunity. You get an hour to sit down and listen to these guys talk, not trying to make sales on the floor. Like you get an hour of their interrupted time. It is well worth the money. You're going to take home so many different tricks.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't even know what Dwayne's going to ask.
That's the fun part.
He might even go, "Hey, Brian, what kind of car you drive?" I don't know, but whatever. But it's an all-star. Definitely, I'll say it's an all-star cast.
Yeah.
And not just try to put me in there, but like Dwayne, Blaine, and Dave are. I look up to them. They're very good mentors, and I'm excited to be part of that myself.
Well, we can't wait. Seriously, not only for the seminar, for your booth, to see you in person in just 50 days, if we can believe that.
Yeah.
DemskiCreations.net. If you want to get more about your background, see some of your work, and get ready to experience what you're going to showcase and debut at TransWorld 2026. Now, Matt Berg in the chat, I want to give him credit on this. He had said, "Hey, how about we give away with a quiz? How about we do that?" That's not
I got a shirt every year for my crew, which is a small crew that helps me out. I get a new shirt every year for us, so we kind of got a new shirt. It's I'll make one of those. Whoever wins this, I'll bring it to them at TransWorld, and they'll be the only person that gets that shirt besides my crew. I don't have a picture of it. It'll be a secret, but it'll definitely be cool, and you'll be rocking that one. I trust. So whoever wins, they gotta let me know what size they are, so I can make sure I bring it to TransWorld.
Love that. Okay, that is awesome, because we're going to double down. Like originally, Jen wanted to offer a free 1-hour seminar to come see you and that whole all-star crew. But now you can get the t-shirt directly from the man. Will you sign it if they want you to?
Sure, why not? I'll wear it and let my sweat be in it if you want. I don't know, man.
I love it. Okay, can you see our chat? I don't know if you could see our chat.
Yeah, kind of. I can. I can't see the chat.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Everything's so small. I'm like...
All right. Can you help me figure out a trivia question?
Got you one right now.
All right. So before you give that away, audience, we're going to do this the easy way. TW, and then the answer to his question.
Okay, he's ready. This one's only a handful of people know. And if they follow my other half, they'll probably figure this one out. What's the name of my cat?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
All right, TransWorld Live audience, TW, and then name
this one
of Brian's cat.
I can't see the chat, so you got to tell me some answers here.
That's okay. I'm gonna call them out in order here because we want to do that. Oh, love this. All right. So Brett Molitar comes out with Spooky.
No.
Drake Carpenter, easy.
Oh.
Corey with Jinx.
No.
Rob with Casper.
No.
Bradley Bays with Casper. With Salem. I'm sorry.
Well, put it this way: my cat's orange, if that helps.
Well, we have Corey with Salem. We have Seth with Mittens. We have Tony with Bones.
No.
These
are all good. No one must follow my girlfriend, man, because she's always putting that cat on there.
We've got Jimbo. We've got Amber. We've got Boo. We've got. Okay, hang on. We're getting there. We got Crush. We've got Pumpkin.
There you go. Who put it Pumpkin?
Tony Brunner with Pumpkin. We did have Garfield as well. Good thought on that. Crush was also a good one too.
Yeah. They were all good names.
But Pumpkin, congratulations, Tony Brunner. You're going
So
to
have
see
that person, or you get to me and tell me what size shirt they are, then I'll have it at TransWorld for them.
Tony, we got you covered. Email me at Chris, K-R-I-S, at haashow.com. We'll get you hooked up. Brian, this is fantastic. Seriously,
thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No, thanks for taking time out because I know you're busy creating.
Yeah.
Guys, check out demskicreations.net and come see the man, the myth, the legend in 50 days. Brian, thank you for your time, but more importantly,
appreciate it.
Thank you for your service to this country. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right, TransWorld, we will be back here next Tuesday, February 10th, as always, as we continue the road to TransWorld. As we say goodbye, we, of course, thank all of you for making the show because we can't do it without you, and thanks for all your interactivity. Thanks to Robert for making all the magic happen behind the scenes. Hopefully, whoever you want to win that big game on Sunday, hopefully they win, Seattle or New England. And if not, stay warm, stay safe. We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you later, man.